If you've been feeling a little out in the cold about recent fashion trends, you're going to love what is heading your way for winter. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. I spent 20 years working in women's magazines both here in New Zealand and also in Australia, with 7 of those editing New Zealand's top-selling fashion magazine, Fashion Quarterly. I left magazines to start this YouTube channel so that I could share my passion for fashion with you. I also love a good shortcut, so consider this channel your shortcut to style. Now, we don't often think about winter as a particularly stylish season. I think our priority tends to be keeping warm and staying out of the cold, but with these wearable trends that I'm going to cover off today, it's really easy to not only keep warm and comfy when the weather gets cold, but to also look stylish too. A small portion of today's episode is sponsored by Monica Vinader, and I will share a little bit more about her shortly. But for now, I can't wait to share some of these really wearable fashion trends that I am pretty sure you're going to love. In fact, I'm really sure. So just keep watching. Okay, first up, and I'm giving a nod to this trend today by wearing my turtleneck, but turtlenecks are going to be trending big time for winter, but they're going to be worn underneath dresses. Now, I particularly love this trend because it means that your favorite spring summer dresses are going to get far more wear, and if you've been watching me here for a while, you'll know that I'm all about fashion being fun, but also being practical too. So anything that gives some of your pieces a little bit more longevity and gives you the option to wear them more often, I am here for it. So I love the idea of wearing turtlenecks layered under some of your favorite dresses and also some of your favorite summery shirts as well. It does give those pieces more longevity, which is great. I'm also today wearing a Monica Vinader necklace over my turtleneck, and I've never done this before. It's not a look that I've ever really, I suppose, being drawn to, but I'm actually really enjoying it. But let me know in the comments below, do you wear necklaces over the top of your turtleneck knits, or is it a no-go for you? I wasn't ever into it, but today I've put on one of my favorite pieces and I actually really like the look. So I think I may have influenced myself and changed my mind, but I'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. Now, last winter was all about the camel overcoats and trench coats, and while they are still very much a happening look, they have been replaced by navy. So navy coats, jackets, trenches. Now, the reason that I'm really here for the navy is because it's a little bit of a change from where we've been with the camely neutrally colors, but also it's a color that's just a little bit softer than your classic blacks. Also, navy is timeless, so it is a piece that you will love and wear for years to come. So the navy is just, I think, a really lovely wearable option, especially if you're finding black a little bit harsh. And yes, I know the irony, I'm wearing a black turtleneck today. I love black, but I also love navy too. So the introduction of more navy options in terms of jackets and overcoats and trenches is a goodie if you ask me. Now, Phoebe Philo shocked her fashion crowd when she sent some of her models down the runway wearing leggings. Yeah, that's right. So she had her models wearing leggings, and so leggings are basically making a real comeback. If you thought that they were dead and gone, then they are not. And the reason that they're on this list today is because not only are they going to keep you warm over winter, they are super comfortable, but they are being worn layered under skirts and dresses. So again, a little bit like the turtlenecks, it means that you give some of your summery and lighter weight pieces a little more longevity. So you get the option of wearing them and wearing them throughout the whole of the year. So that's why they're on this list. I think leggings are great. I've always been a fan. They're not being worn so much in the sort of active wear, leisure wear way in a fashion sense. They'll always be worn that way because that's what leggings are naturally designed for. But when we're talking fashion, they're being worn more as a layering piece, and as I said, underskirts and dresses. So think about leggings, and yeah, I think that they are going to be a fabulous addition to your winter wardrobe. Anyway, at this point, I'd just like to say a very big thank you to the team at Monica Vinader for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. And as I said earlier, I'm wearing some of my favorite Monica Vinader pieces, and this necklace here is particularly special to me. I got my son's initials that I can kind of carry them with me all the time, but also make a little bit of a style statement. The thing about this brand too that I love is that the pieces are made of real gold, but they are plated. So that means that they are far more affordable than solid gold. They also don't tarnish and they wear really well, which is important for me because I don't want to be taking my jewelry on and off all the time. I also found these beautiful hammered gold venet hoops, which are chunky hoops, which we know are trending. I also, for the first time in a very long time, ordered a couple of rings. I love the fact that this crossover ring is just timeless, it's elegant, it's modern. I also ordered these gorgeous little rectangular hoops, which again are just like a standard hoop, but they just are a little bit more interesting and modern with the shape. And this necklace is a real favorite of mine too. I just really loved the interesting chain detail. It's textured, it's really sparkly when you wear it, and it's just a lovely update on a standard chain. This little charm here is really special too, so I've worn the chain with and without the pendant. This bracelet is probably my favorite piece. I love it and have worn it every day since I've received it. All of the gemstones, diamonds, and pearls that they use are ethically sourced. Monica Vinader also has a repair and rewear program to prolong the life of pieces, so you wear more and buy less. And in my mind, that is such a great thing. It's not about purchasing more and more and more, and that's why I preach that regularly on my channel. But the great thing is Monica Vinader has offered me a 20% discount to share with you, so I will link all of my favorite pieces down below. But if you are looking to update some of your own jewelry, check out the site. There are some gorgeous, stylish pieces that are not only modern but also timeless. So as I said, I will leave the links down below. 20% discount is amazing, so definitely go and check them out. Now, designers have been playing a lot with color over the last couple of seasons, which is great. I think we've all needed that sort of dopamine hit of wearing a little bit more color. Yes, ironically, I'm wearing black today, but if you have been watching my recent videos, you'll know that I've been wearing a lot of color lately and loving it. But the designers seem to have picked up on the fact that we're all enjoying a little bit more color, and the colors for winter are especially bold, which is, I think, really fun. There's a lot of color blocking, and again, this isn't necessarily new. We have been seeing a lot of bold color blocking, but just to let you know that it is trending and there are going to be those pieces available. So if you've considered wearing color in the last couple of seasons, or if last winter you were thinking about it and didn't quite get brave enough to go there, then there are going to be some beautiful colorful options available this winter as well. So if you missed out last time, maybe now is your turn to jump on the colorful bandwagon. I've got a whole video on dopamine dressing. I will link that here. But if you haven't dipped your toe in the whole idea of wearing color, it really does, well, certainly for me, my experience is that it makes me feel happy when I wear a color, and other people respond more positively towards me. So it's a win-win. So bold, bright colors are here for winter, and I'm a big fan. Now, the next trend that I'm loving, and this one never really goes out of fashion, but when it comes to footwear, it is going to be front and center, and that is knee-high boots. Now, I am really not happy with the fact that I Marie Kondo'd my closet a while back, a couple of years ago now, and got rid of all of my knee-high boots. Part of that thinking too was I was moving to a new house with a much, much smaller closet and a lot less space, but I tended to get a little bit carried away, like I think a lot of us did back a few years ago, and got rid of all of my knee-high boots. But knee-high boots are trending. As I said, they're always in fashion, but they will be front and center this winter. Everything from flat sort of riding style knee-high boots with a little bit of a chunky sole, I love the fact that they are really versatile. They look great worn under dresses, and again, if you're going to jump on the turtleneck under dresses and skirts, then knee-high boots are a great option as well. And in terms of warmth, you can't beat them. So style and warmth and comfort definitely go hand in hand with knee-high boots, and that is what this winter is all about. Now, this next trend is a bit of an interesting one, and we have seen over the last couple of seasons a real sort of reintroduction of faux leather and leather pieces again, and certainly in the way of leather shirts and jackets. But what we are seeing this winter in full force is the return of leather pants. Now, yes, we did see leather and faux leather pants last season, but there was sort of almost a mix of leather leggings and leather pants. This season is all about leather pants. Now, I think you do have to be a little bit careful when it comes to buying a pair. You want a very classic pair that is not too wide leg, not too skinny, just something midway, which will mean that you will get much more wear out of them, and there will be that longevity that they won't date. Now, I've been a fan of dresses for a long time, but the sweater dress and knit dress are front and center for winter. Now, in my mind, these pieces are the perfect way to combine comfort and style. So these dresses are being worn back with knee-high boots and faux leather jackets, and they are just the ultimate in comfort. So whether a sweater style is more your kind of vibe, which is, I suppose, more relaxed and a little bit more casual, or a knit dress would probably be my pick because it gives you the option of dressing it up or wearing it more casually with trainers or with a denim jacket tied around your waist. But these knit sort of sweater dresses are really a comfortable, sensible solution for looking stylish, but also ticking all of those boxes that you need in winter for comfort and warmth as well. Now, this next one is really interesting and one that I'm quite excited about, and it's the return of faux fur stoles. And scarves, as we've seen in spring, summer, have made a real sort of return. They've picked up their popularity, and scarves we've seen being worn as tops and tied to our purses, and they've been everywhere. So in my mind, the sort of fur or faux fur stole is like a winter version of a scarf. And I love these pieces because they are the pieces that just add a finishing touch to a really basic outfit. So it's that kind of piece that you can throw on as you walk out the door, and it just adds that little extra zhuzh to your outfit. So take a look at some of the faux stalls. I'm losing it today. Faux stoles that are out there, and yeah, just think of them as a fun piece that you can add to any outfit. And pretty much the great thing about them is that they give you that warmth, but they also make a little bit of a style statement at the same time. And they're a great thing to thrift. So if you are looking at your local thrift store, have a look at some of these faux fur stoles, and I'm picking that you will probably find the real thing. So have a look at thrift stores, but stoles are back. Now, talking about the color of the season, it would have to be green, and there seems to be this love affair with bright Kelly style green, emerald green. I've even seen sort of sage pistachio greens. I have a friend who her favorite color is green, and everything she has in her home, everything she wears is green. So this season is perfect for her. But green is just one of those lovely natural colors. It's a fun color. It's a color that I've recently added into my wardrobe, and you've probably seen me wear my Kelly green shirt on numerous occasions here, but it is a color that's uplifting and it just makes you feel good. It's also an earthy color, which makes you feel connected to the earth. I'm probably going a little bit deep there, but green is a great color. There are going to be lots of options, and it's not a color that we, I think, are naturally drawn to unless you're someone that just is obsessed with the color green like my friend. So maybe if you fall into that camp that you haven't really thought about the color green before, then definitely give it a go. It is a beautiful color to wear, and as I said, it's uplifting, but also strangely grounding at the same time, if that makes sense. Now this one is going to upset a few of you because I recently mentioned this particular trend in a recent video, and I asked you whether you were on this team or not, and that is shackets. Now, a lot of you actually said you don't like the word shackets, and I kind of agree. It's just a sort of weird word, but maybe we should just call them shirt jackets or oversized chunky shirts. I don't know. What do you think we should call them? But shackets are really hot for winter, and as I said in my recent video, they are great because they can be worn buttoned up, they can be worn open as more of a lightweight jacket or cover up. They are versatile, and there are some different options available this winter. And I know a few of you said that they make you feel like a lumberjack, they look sloppy. I don't think that they have to look that way, and certainly the key is that you wear something a little slimmer and more fitted down below so that you don't sort of have your proportions out of whack when you wear a shacket. But there are some great options out there. They're going to keep you warm, they're going to give you that final layer of warmth and comfort, but they are also on trend, and that just basically means that there are lots of options out there for you to choose from as well. So whether you like it or not, shackets are here for winter. Now last but not least is ski wear, and puffers fall under this category, but what I am seeing is some sort of retro styled ski kind of jackets, which I think are very cool. We did see quite a bit of this happening last winter, and it's really continued on to this year as well. So if you dipped your toe in the trend last winter, hooray, you will still look super on trend if you're wearing those pieces. But I love this particular trend because I think it is, again, a timeless trend, and these pieces are always going to keep you warm. The great thing about them is that they tend to have great color options available and some interesting details, whether they sort of tie at your waist, which is great for an over warm piece because they can give you a little bit of shape. And so they do have these details that make them a little bit more versatile in terms of shaping. They have little pockets, zip detailing, great colors, so there are options here. They're going to keep you warm. They're also going to be great if you love a sort of street, sporty kind of style, if that's your vibe. So I've added them to the list because I think that they're really versatile. As I said, what falls under this category are puffers, and I think you cannot beat a great puffer for winter, whether it's a cropped or full length, or it's just a puffer vest. They are, in my opinion, a must-have for winter, so there'll be plenty of puffers around as well. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I would love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.